Hello, everybody. I'm Alisa Diane, and I'm the writer, the director, and the producer for the hit web series Saved in the City. We're getting ready to drop season 2 in just a few hours, and in lieu of that, I want to come to you guys with just a few fun facts, not only about the web series, but about me as well. So stay tuned. Why did I choose Saved in the City? Um, I chose Saved in the City because it was a collective of ideas and experiences and things that not only myself, but my friends, relatives, close acquaintances have gone through. When you sit and you listen to so many people's issues and concerns and ideologies and just belief systems, and when you listen to that type of stuff and you end up becoming compelled to kind of dissect the stories and dissect each perspective and dissect what the religion says about it and dissect what spirituality would have you believe about something, and you start to kind of put pieces together and look at things like, okay, well, what if this happened and I reacted this way? Or what if I said this and this person said this? How would I react? How would this character react? Who are these people? So when you start to try to dive into different areas, which is what I did. I dove into different issues that my friends were having and different concerns about, well, if I'm a lesbian, what does God say about that? If I'm gay, what does God say about that? Does he love me? Does he not? What's the real issue that the church is having with it? What's the real issue that us sinners are having with the church? What are issues that are plaguing our marriages? What are issues that are plaguing our friendships? How can someone, be in a relationship with a married man and not know that they're married? How does that happen? So when you start to dive into those type of things, you come up with these kind of storylines. Who are my favorite characters? I would have to say all of them are my favorite characters. I really enjoyed writing and diving into each individual issue. I really enjoyed being able to put myself, so to speak, in different situations and kind of trying to think them through. I think the most complex for me to write this season, in season 2, was the character of Black. Obviously, I don't know what it is to sell drugs or be in a trap house or, make drugs and deal with, large quantities of drugs and money and the lingo, the language. I don't know that. So it was a blessing to be able to have people pour into me in that regard. And I definitely have to give a shout out to John Bellamy Sr., who helped me develop, so to speak, some verbiage so that the character Black would be able to be authentic, and also to Chevy, he who plays Black. He did a really good job of, explaining certain things and, helping me research and do things like that. So I would have to say in season 2, that one was kind of interesting to play and develop. I would also, what inspires me to write? Um, Life inspires me to write. I think that we all have a unique ability to process things and to see things and to um, forge different relationships, and not one person, in my opinion, experiences things the same. We may have empathy for one another. We may be able to even sympathize with one another, but our experiences cultivate who we are. And so inspiration for me comes through experience. It comes through witnessing certain things, being around people, and their different lifestyles and their different socioeconomical stances, and just different things, really um, strike my interest or pique my interest. I can sit and I can watch and observe so many different things and take so many things away from what I'm experiencing. And I think those are the things that inspire me. Seeing people who are wanting and longing for a relationship with God but don't know how, that's inspiring to me. Because for me, I don't think that everything is um, as deep as people make it. I don't think that, and this is a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time, but I don't think that some of us are going about our relationships um, the right way, much less our relationships, with God. And so I think that that is one of the biggest things that really, really caused me to kind of want to put stories together that allow people to see. I think in my experiences, um, when you talk to your friends and you talk to different people, and a lot of people want to vent, and they don't really want opinions, they just need to get it out. And there are some people who really want your advice, but some of us are ill equipped to give it, and so we give bad advice, and then we just kind of further complicate matters. But I think when you're able to piece together stories, and you're able to take pieces from here and take pieces from there and project a character that may be able to speak to a multitude of people, I think that's inspiration in itself. When do I have time to write? Um, that is funny. I think I write like the air that I breathe. I do it effortlessly. Um, I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a friend, a daughter. I juggle very many hats. Like I do a lot of stuff. But when it comes down to writing, that is very therapeutic for me. It recharges me. It gives me that ability to be able to escape and to create. And if something's not going well, I can make it well with my writings, or I can make this person, this character, experience a huge heartbreak, but have a humongous comeback. And those things kind of give you hope, like with anything. When you watch um, TV shows, or when you watch those type of things, they kind of motivate you. So when you're able to do something like that, you make time for it. And for me, I don't um, I don't allow anything else to stop me from writing. So no matter how busy I am, I'm always jotting. I have a voice recorder on my phone, so I'm always speaking into my voice recorder. Um, I could be dreaming about something. When I wake up, I have a notebook, and I write it down. Those are things that afford me the opportunity to not lose a thought, or lose an idea, or lose something that I feel has been given to me in my subconscious. So there's not a time that I'm not writing or creating. I could be having a conversation with my friends, and then in my mind I'm kind of like storing away and filing away ideas and things like that. So yeah, I'm constantly writing. How did I get started with Saved in the City? Ugh. um Saved in the City was just a thought initially. um I had written 14 episodes. They were to be roughly, I don't know, 7 to 10 minutes each. Um, and I was like, let me just see if I can do something really short, really quick. I wanted to get it filmed, and I thought that I would be able to link up with some local filmmakers, and we could kind of you know put our ideas together and come up with what would become season one. But that didn't happen the way that I thought it would. So I ended up getting an iPad, and jimmied up a kind of like a microphone, a boom mic, if you will, and got a couple box lights, and talked to a couple of my friends, and was like, hey, this is the idea that I have. These are the characters that I need. What do you think we can do with it? And some parts we auditioned for, some parts my friends were like, well, we're getting into the acting thing. Let's do it. And so they read it, they bought into the storyline, and we did it. And 2 long years later, season one was birthed. And um, after we released season one, we got a really good feedback. We got really good feedback. We started filming season two, and season two didn't take us but 3 months, 3.5 months. By the time season 2 came around, we kind of knew we were doing. We were blessed to get a brand new camera, a filming camera, and a microphone, and some more lights, and we went for it. So that's kind of how Saving the City came about. What do I hope the audience will get from season 2? Because there's so many different layers and so many different storylines, I'm hoping that everybody who watches it can identify themselves in at least one of the characters. I'm confident that they'll be able to relate on some level to some of the storylines themselves, but I'm hoping that they will be able to connect physically, or well, not physically, but they can actually feel some proponent of these characters. These characters, gosh, um, the people that play them have nailed it, and they've put a lot of energy and effort and emphasis in making sure that they've become, especially my season 1 characters who returned for season 2. They're killing it, and my hope is that the audience will not only see the growth from season 1 to season 2, but will be able to dive deeper into the storylines um, that we're projecting, because they're carrying on. We do introduce some new pieces, but the storylines from season 1 are carrying over into season 2. So the hope is that they they realize that no matter what you're going through, we don't have to handle things in a loud, obnoxious, ratchet type of way. We can communicate. We can use our words. We can use our positions in life. This is what we need to do. This is what I need to do to be able to dig myself out of a hole. We all make mistakes. And that's the big thing. We all make mistakes, but how we come back from them is what matters. How we lean and rely on God matters. How we relate to one another matters. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing. If they can just see themselves in somebody that we're portraying, that's all that I could ask for. Hey, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the fun facts and the little tidbits of information about Saving the City and myself. Don't forget to return here tonight at 5:30 as we release the first installment, which is the first 4 episodes of Saving the City Season 2. We'll be returning every Sunday at 5:30 p.m., same time, same place, right here on YouTube, until we reach our season's finale, which will be the last Sunday in November. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and comment. Engage with us. Share with a friend. Every subscription counts and every view counts. We appreciate you in advance. And until then, see you later.